So guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything's good wherever you guys are. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video as always, guys. So guys, Jermell Charlo, Mr. Jermell Charlo, I saw him at the Terence Crawford fight, and he basically said that he thinks he punches harder than Canelo Alvarez. This is obviously going to be laughable to some people because I mean Charlo's confident. I like Charlo. Jermell especially. I think I like both Charlos. But Jermell, I don't know what happened to him. He just kind of disappeared. He became inactive. But Jermell has excelled. Great fighter. But in terms of him punching harder than Canelo Alvarez, I mean, I very much doubt that. I mean, Canelo Alvarez has been putting guys at 168 away. He said that I think Canelo's going to be surprised about my punching power. Now, he might be surprised about your punching power, but to say you punch harder than Canelo, that's delusional. Because Canelo has proven himself at 168. And not just that, he's knocked guys out at 168. I mean, he stopped Billy Joe. He stopped Caleb Plant. I don't think Jermell Charlo stops those guys. I'd be very surprised if Jermell Charlo, Billy Joe is a smaller guy, so he's not a big guy. But, Caleb Plant, that was a solid win. That was a solid win. To knock Caleb Plant out, Caleb Plant's a big dude. Think about it. Benavidez, who's really a blown up, boiled down 175, really. I mean, he couldn't stop him. He couldn't stop Caleb. So Canelo Alvarez's power is the truth. So I totally disagree. I totally disagree with the fact that Yo, Salman, is that you? Salman, turn that off. I'm in a video right now. Turn that off. Sorry about that, guys. Just got Salman there in the back putting some stuff on while I'm doing my video. Distracting me. So, yeah, sorry about that, guys. But, yeah. Basically, for me, I don't think Charlo hits harder than Canelo. I mean, Charlo is a natural 154. And Canelo Alvarez has proven his power at higher weight classes. So there's no way there's no way that Jermell Charlo hits harder than Canelo. I think Canelo's very explosive. He punches with a lot of force, a lot of power, and he's proven to put people to sleep. Charlo hits hard as well. I'm not denying Charlo's power. Charlo can punch without question. Charlo can really punch, but I don't think he hits anywhere near as hard as Canelo. And I think he's going to find that out because the thing is with Canelo's got a granite chin. Charlo so far, to be honest, has shown a good chin as well. But I saw Castano trouble Charlo. And if Castano's troubling you, then Canelo's going to trouble you. Not just trouble you, he's going to hurt you. Castano was really pushing Charlo back. Irrespective of people say, well, yeah, he dealt with him in the rematch. Irrespective. The fact is that shows that he can be troubled. And with Castano, he managed to get a second bite at the cherry. He's not going to get a second go here because Canelo's the A side. Canelo's not going to fight him again. So he's going to have to get it right. It seems to me at times Charlo can put in, Charlo can blow hot and cold, but he's a very good fighter because then he comes back and he does wipe the slate clean. But he can't blow hot and cold against Saul. He can't because Canelo will hurt him, especially the fact that he's moving up. Trust me, it's not easy. When you move up weight, it's difficult. And when you got a monster, a beast like Saul in there, trust me, it's going to be very, very tough for him. I think Charlo's going to give Canelo a good fight. I don't think he's going to win. Do I think he gets stopped? Possibly. I think he gets stopped. You know what? This crazy thing is, and I'm going to do a video about this, about Crawford, Jermell Charlo. Some people think, and I don't want to go into it too much depth because that's for another video, but some people even think Crawford beats Charlo. I mean, in emphatic fashion. So, although I will say that Charlo is explosive. Charlo has got power, and that's why that Crawford fight, and which like I said, I'll talk about in another video, is very interesting to me. The only problem I have with this Canelo fight is that I don't think Charlo can hurt Canelo. I think that's the big problem. I think that's where Charlo's going to find it very difficult, because Charlo's style isn't one where he looks to box. Charlo's style is he basically uses physicality, strength, his power to hurt is the guys that he's fighting. Look, if you look at it, a lot of the guys that he fought, he stopped them. Castano, he stopped, in the second fight. Tony Harrison, when he couldn't stop him, right, he lost on point, or against Castano, he should have lost on points. Was that a draw? I can't remember what it was. I think it was a draw. So he should have lost that one. And against Harrison, he did lose. So whenever it goes to points, Charlo doesn't do too well. If you've got a guy with good boxing skills in with Charlo, Charlo does struggle. Now, Canelo Alvarez is better than Castano. He's better than Harrison, right? And he punches hard and he's bigger. So you can add all the dots. Like, it's going to be very, very tough. Very, very tough for Charlo to win this fight because of those reasons that I've mentioned. I don't see how he wins, because Canelo's not a guy that you're going to punch and you're just going to knock out. That's just not going to happen, and he's a smaller man. So when it's a guy, you're going up against a guy that's never really been hurt and been in with some of the biggest punches. Now, having said that, we thought that about Liam Smith and Chris Eubank. However, Eubank hadn't been tested at any kind of level on a consistent basis, but he had shown a great chin. So if Canelo goes old overnight, then possibly, who knows? But when I look at Canelo's physique and I look at Canelo doesn't come across the type of guy that I'm going to be seeing sprawling on the canvas. His body shape, his body type, the thickness, he just seems like a very, very hard man. He doesn't seem like a guy that's going to get, honestly, like he just seems like an Iron Man to me. I don't think Canelo's going to be hurt. I just think Canelo's so hard. He's so tough. He's so rough. I just don't think you can hurt. Like, look, any human can be hurt. But I just don't know whether Canelo inside a boxing ring at this point, I just think it's going to be very difficult to hurt him. And I definitely don't think Charlo. I think maybe if he gets in there with Beterbiev, and I think it more so hurt. I think with Canelo, I think you can kind of drown him. If you're like someone like Beterbiev, if he pressures him and swarms all over him, I think that could cause Canelo to gas. I think that's how you get Canelo to gas. I don't think you're going to hit him with a shot and hurt him. I don't see that. Maybe he can, but I don't see that. From what Canelo's shown, the toughness, the durability that Canelo's shown throughout his career, I don't see anybody hitting Canelo with a shot, right, and wobbling him or hurting him. I don't see it. That's just my honest opinion. I don't see it. So, I can't see it. I can't see that. I think it's gonna be a good fight, a good fun fight. But I do think Canelo Alvarez is gonna do some damage in terms of Charlo punching harder. I think my answer on that is obviously, in my opinion, no. But let's see in the fight. Let's see when they fight. Because Charlo believes in himself. He's confident. He took the fight. He didn't really need to take the fight, but if you look at it for Charlo, there's not a lot out there for him. There was a fight with him and Tim Tszyu, which, let's be honest, Charlo's not interested in Tim Tszyu. Not that he's scared of him. It's just that he's not interested in that fight. That fight, this is a guy that became undisputed. He's looking for big fight. The crazy thing is that Charlo probably regrets it now, because Charlo could have fought Crawford. Now, Charlo, I believe, is with Al Heyman. Would Al Heyman potentially wanted to make another fight with Crawford after the fact that he's just beaten one of his champions, right? And Crawford hasn't even signed a long-term deal with Heyman. Would he have wanted to put him in there with another fighter of his, right? But Charlo's probably looking at it, that Crawford fight could have been a massive fight. So Charlo probably thinks, should I have taken the Canelo fight? Yes, because Canelo probably pays way more. But Crawford would have been a more winnable fight, if you see where I'm coming from. But the Canelo fight is probably not as winnable. And here's the thing, Crawford is a less dangerous fight. Canelo Alvarez is a more dangerous fight because you're moving up weight and you're fighting somebody naturally bigger. That makes that fight a lot more dangerous for Charlo. So again, I don't know what would go through Charlo's mind. But again, Charlo's decided to take it. And let's see what happens. Leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.